58 Yankees allowed 63.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down. I'll be getting loud, you can never doubt, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, it be raining out.
So this is a very interesting inning.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Nasty Nestor and how he's really making an effort to get to that Cy Young award. He's pitching as if he's Garrett Cole. Like literally, he's pitching better than Garrett Cole. Who would have thought that this guy with the mustache, and he came from the Baltimore Orioles, a very not your typical pitcher that you think of like a Garrett Cole or a Justin Verlander that's going to overpower you with the fastball or something crazy like that. But this guy, he plays as if one of us were in the major leagues and we're just trying to barely make it through. So we're going to do whatever it takes to be as silly on the mound, to break their timing. And I think that's the smartest thing that Nestor Cortez does, is that he just messes with the players' timing. And it's so funny to see it happen live each and every single game when he does it. This past game, he actually had 11 strikeouts, 4 based on balls, but he had a no-hitter basically the whole game until Eli White hit the ball and got a base hit. The Yankee fans gave him a standing ovation, and you could tell he was frustrated. Obviously, when you're like a kid and you're a pitcher, you want to do that no-hitter. You want that perfect game. And so you could tell he was frustrated, even though everyone was clapping. He was like, nah, I actually wanted this no-hitter, and it's frustrating.
How do you feel now? I mean, do you pinch yourself and say, I mean, right now you're one of the better pitchers in the league. You know, from where you came, that's quite a step.
Yeah, I've always told myself, I've been playing baseball since I was 4. I feel like that's the only thing I know how to do. I came out of high school. I don't have anything to fall back on, so I was going to, ride this as long as I could. Thankfully, it started clicking last year, and hopefully I can continue to do it.
Nestor Cortez really has a chance to win the Cy Young. If we look at his numbers, he's been pretty solid. The only critique that I would say is that Nestor has to extend a little bit further. Sometimes he gets to 4 innings, 5 innings, and he kind of burns on out. But this game, he went pretty deep. He went deeper than definitely Garrett Cole. And so it's something that you see and you're like, all right, this guy is something special. And just seeing the interview clips and everything of him talking, it's a great, incredible story. And it's something definitely I've been excited about Nestor Cortez last season and interested to see what the Yankees were going to do with him, because he was so just I'm trying to think of the word, so sneaky or clever with his pitching and throwing it slower, faster here and there. It really messes with the players. And so definitely shout out to Nestor Cortez for being one of the top pitchers in this pitching staff, which, we got Garrett Cole, we got Luis Severino, we got some pretty big names, and Nestor Cortez is one of those big names now. And I feel like a lot of MLB teams are now starting to look and say, all right, we're going to have to actually be careful about this guy. We thought this guy was just the bottom of the order rotation guy just to fill in, but no, he's the real deal. But the Yankees win this game 1-0 thanks to Anthony Rizzo's double and Judge scoring on in. And so again, it was another game that was pretty tight. Not really much we can talk about besides just Nestor Cortez being nasty. And he's the star of the show, right? At the end of the day, if we don't have Nestor, what do we have? We just have another basic pitcher. So, and not only that, but the Yankees are having one of the best ERAs in baseball, if not the best. They're in the 2s in all, if you combine all of their pitching staff. And that's pretty awesome. Better than the Mets for sure. Shout out to the Mets, who I think have an ERA of 3 something. And so it goes to show you don't need to spend that much money in order to get a great pitching staff. Now, we just need it, like I said in the last video, to keep consistent. Keep it consistent. Let's keep it going. Hopefully, Nasty Nestor can keep it going throughout towards the end of the season and doesn't burn out, can give us a solid 5, 6, and even sometimes 7 innings. I think we have a solid chance at the playoffs. If we take a look at the last few games that Nestor Cortez pitched, This past game that he just had, he had 7.1 innings pitched. One against the Blue Jays, he had 4 innings pitched. Royals 5, Guardians 6.1, 5 against the Orioles, against the Blue Jays 4.1. And so it's been a consistent 5, I would say, sometimes 4. Nestor Cortez just needs to get those innings a little bit more up. I think he's a real Cy Young contender. But let me know what you guys think about Nestor Cortez. What do you think about Nasty Nestor? Do you think he's actually a really good pitcher? Do you think he's actually going to stay a really good pitcher going forward? I think he has an incredible story, and he's a guy that you definitely got to keep on the Yankees going forward until he can't pitch no more. But those guys can actually end up pitching into their 40s because they're so crafty. They're not depending on 100 miles per hour. So shout out to Nestor Cortez. Keep it going, and let's keep getting some more wins. We just hit the 20-win mark for the Yankees, so let's see the next few games. I think it's against the Blue Jays, so that should be really interesting. Hopefully the Yankees can get some rest and we can get some more wins. This will definitely define the season going forward, depending on how this series goes against the Blue Jays. Let's at least win 2 games. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. As always, make sure to smash that like button like Giancarlo Stanton did against the Red Sox with that grand slam. And make sure to use code Anzo, A-N-Z-O, on SeatGeek to get $20 off your first purchase. That means $20 off any sporting event or really any concerts or things like that around your area. Who wouldn't want to save money? Make sure to use my code and make sure to follow me at Anzo Media on Instagram and Twitter.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play.